Um,
Hare Krishna. Mataji, is there anything visible? Am I sharing the screen? No, no.
Hare Krishna. What Mataji?
Am I sharing the screen? No, no. Because
No,
I
no, 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 Mataji. No, no,
nothing.
you're not shared. No, no, you're not shared.
You had called me yesterday, Mataji. Dandavat pranams. I'm sorry, I could not pick your call.
I spoke to you, na, Mataji.
After that also you had called me in the evening, 8:30.
Oh, then by mistake.
Okay, okay.
Some it was in the name of some Meghala or something like that, Mataji.
What name,
Meghala.
Mataji?
Meghala. The card was in the name of Meghala.
Oh, no, no. Suma only. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I don't know, Mataji. Then I
No,
thought
no,
of calling you, but it was too late. That's why.
no, no, no
Okay.
problem, Mataji. Actually, yeah. Hare
You
Krishna.
want to start the Kirtan, Mataji? Anybody wants to start the Kirtan? Hare Krishna. Okay, then I'll start. Hare Krishna. Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Yashodanandana Vraja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Vraja Janaranjana Yamuna Tiravanachari Yamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. Thank you all Matajis. Prabhujis. There are any Prabhujis. Anybody else wants to start Kirtan, please. Matajis. Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat Pranams Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Dandavat Pranams to you. Hare Krishna.
I think Naimisha will sing Mataji.
Naimisha Mataji, you can start the Kirtan Mataji. Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Jai Prabhupada Jai Prabhupada Jai Prabhupada Jai Prabhupada Prabhupada Jai Prabhupada
हरिनाम संकीर्तन की
जय
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Naimisha Mataji and Chandrika Mataji. Wonderful Kirtan. Hare Krishna. Hari Bol.
Thank you. Hari Bol, Hari Hari.
Hare Krishna. Anybody else wants to start the Kirtan? By the time the speaker Prabhuji or Mataji has not joined, I think. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, may I?
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Sure, Mataji.
Yes. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Mataji, do anyone want to continue?
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna,
Thank you,
yes,
Mataji.
Mataji.
I'll continue, Mataji.
Mataji,
Prabhuji
Sindhu
will
Mataji
be
wants to
joining.
Mataji. Sindhu
Okay,
Mataji.
Mataji. Please
So she
continue,
had
Sindhu
raised her
Mataji.
hand. I did not call her.
Yeah.
Call out her name.
Gopichand, Gopinath Prabhu will be, Gaurchand Gopinath Prabhuji will be joining soon. So till then, let's continue. Yes, Mataji. Sindhu Mataji, you can sing.
Thank you, Mataji. Sindhu Mataji, you can start. Sindhu Mataji, Hare Krishna.
It's okay, I can do it tomorrow, Mataji.
Okay,
No, it's
okay,
okay,
Mataji.
By the time Prabhu comes, you can do. Hare Krishna.
Okay, Mataji, I'll do it. कृष्ण जिनका नाम है गोकुल जिनका धाम है, कृष्ण जिनका नाम है गोकुल जिनका धाम है, ऐसे श्री भगवान को, ऐसे श्री भगवान को मेरे बारंबार प्रणाम है। कृष्ण जिनका नाम है गोकुल जिनका धाम है, ऐसे श्री भगवान को, ऐसे श्री भगवान को मेरा बारंबार प्रणाम है। भजने गोविंदा गोपाल रे, कृष्ण जिनका नाम है, राधा जिनकी छाया है, अद्भुत जिनकी माया है, राधा जिनकी जाया है, अद्भुत जिनकी माया है, ऐसे श्री घन श्याम को, ऐसे श्री घन श्याम को मेरे बारंबार प्रणाम है। भज रे गोविंदा गोपाल रे, कृष्णा जिनका नाम है, लूट लूट दधि माखन खायो, ग्वाल भाल संग धेनु चरायो, लूट लूट दधि माखन खायो, ग्वाल पाल धन धेनु चरायो, ऐसे लीला धाम को, ऐसे लीला धाम को मेरे बारंबार प्रणाम है। कृष्णा जिनका नाम है, द्रुपद सुधा को लाज बचायो, ग्राह से गज को फंड छुड़ायो, ऐसे कृपा धाम को, ऐसे कृपा धाम को मेरे बारंबार प्रणाम है। कृष्णा जिनका नाम है, कुरु पांडव को युद्ध मचायो, अर्जुन को उपदेश सुनायो, कुरु पांडव को युद्ध मचायो, अर्जुन को उपदेश सुनायो, ऐसे दीनानाथ को, ऐसे दीनानाथ को मेरा बारंबार प्रणाम है। कृष्णा जिनका नाम है, गोकुल जिनका धाम है, ऐसे श्री श्याम का, ऐसे घन श्याम का, ऐसे कृपा धाम को, ऐसे लीला धाम को, ऐसे श्री घन श्याम को, ऐसे श्री गोपाल को मेरे बारंबार प्रणाम है। कृष्ण जिनका नाम है। दंडवत प्रणाम, हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय, शिला प्रभुपाद की जय। Today, as you all know, as we all know, it is Vijayadashmi, very auspicious day of Dasra. So we could all meditate on the Srimad Bhagavatam Sloka 1.2.4. It says, Narayanam Namaskrityam Tam Cheva Naroktamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudhirayet. The translation goes, before reciting this Srimad Bhagavatam, which is the very means of conquest, one should offer respectful obeisances unto the personality of Godhead, Narayana, unto Nara Narayana Rishi, the supermost human being, unto Mother Saraswati, the goddess of learning, and to Srila Vasudev, the author. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Saraswati Devi ki jai. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Prabhuji, would you like to take over? Prem Datta Gauradas Prabhuji.
Mataji, you can hear me?
Yes, yes, Prabhuji, you're audible.
Yeah, but I don't know why my I'm actually very NOD part, and they have included me on the NOD, and I thought that I'll be taking NOD section on 9th of November, and I completely forgot that, and there was no message actually for a reminder. So do I need to speak like this, or do I need to speak like this, or I have to use my headset? I don't know. I mean, which is better audible? Because if I'm
Anyways, Prabhuji, Prabhuji, today's you'll be taking Bhagavatam session only, na Prabhuji?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, Prabhuji, we'll help you screen the share. Share the screen, Prabhuji, I'm sorry. You can continue like this, Prabhuji, you are audible. Am I audible, Prabhuji? Yes, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, you're not audible now. Your video is on. Yeah, but you're not audible.
Is that okay now?
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Bol.
Hare Bol. That means that was also working. This was right. Some messed up things with my laptop. No problem.
It's
So
okay, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
you are able to make you're able to hear, right? So what are the shloka numbers, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji. Just a minute. I'll share it.
I know it's Srimad Bhagavatam. We'll do it quick today.
Yes, sure, Prabhuji. Chandana Mataji, would you be able to share the screen, Mataji?
Yes, Mataji, I will.
So that, yes, please, Mataji. I'll give you the sloka numbers. One
Yes.
second. Today it will be 3.9.9 to 11, Prabhuji.
1 second, Mataji. 3.9
3.9.9
to 3.11.
11.
3.9.11.
Yes. Yes, yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. 399. I'll just open the shlokas. 3.9.
Yes,
And
Prabhuji.
somebody can share the screen. I have
Yes,
the shlokas.
yes, Prabhuji. Chandana Mataji will be sharing.
Oh, is it? Very nice. Thank you. So once again, we started delayed, but then we'll try to cover all these shlokas.
Yes, Prabhuji. From my side also apologies because I am the person who sends you a reminder.
No.
But I wasn't available, Prabhuji. My son was hurt and I was traveling. So all messed up only because of that. Yeah, he hurt himself, his left leg. It was plastered. So I could not send the usual message also in the speakers group. So
No, that's okay. That's okay. I'm so sorry to hear this. And let us have one Hare Krishna Mahamantra for the,
yes, Prabhuji.
For the quick recovery of your son. Right? How
Yes,
old
Prabhuji.
is he? How old is he?
He's 6 years old, Prabhuji. Now he's better. The plaster is removed.
No, we'll still have one Hare Krishna Mahamantra.
Yes,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
No, so this is absolutely normal, and this is how a Vaishnava is known, that he suppresses his personal calamities and dukkhas, and you have won over this problem, and still you are standing in the class, which is very good. And Krishna always surpasses these calamities in a very small way. And since he is 6-year-old, so we don't have to worry. It's it's that age where they learn and get hurt. So, but he will be very quickly recovering, and and you'll be happy once again. So we'll just do quick.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Narayanam Namaskritam Naram Shiva Narottamam Devim Saraswati Vyasam Jayam Mudirayet Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. So we'll today sing the first shloka 3.9.9, and then quickly we'll finish 10, 11. So we have not many shlokas, only 3, if I am not wrong. So Yavat Tathakvam idam atmana indriyartha maya balam bhagavato jnana isha pashyet tavanna shamshrite asho pratikshankrameta vyartha api dukkha nivaham vahati kriyartha. So yavat, as long as pratakam, separatism, this atmana of the body, indriya artha for sense gratification. I'll be little going fast today to cover up all the shlokas, and then in between we'll have interactive sessions, and I'll explain whatever little. In fact, I have realized whenever we prepare, we try to, it's very good to prepare, but today, like, I'm not prepared, and you will notice that sometimes when we are not prepared, we are completely dependent on the Lord's mercy, and also dependent on our own effort of how much reading we are doing on daily basis. But generally we read somewhere else and we are coming and giving classes somewhere else. So that happens, and we are so small minds that whatever we read, we are able to speak only on that. There are some very elevated devotees who can actually surpass this and transcend the barriers of these small, but the essence and the approach to a Vaishnava remains the same, and the Vaishnava Sanskriti. So Bhagavata of the personality, Jnana of person, oh my Lord, Pashyet is sees, Tavat so long, Na not, Samshriti the influence of material existence, Asho that man, Pratikshang Krameta can overcome Vyartha Api, although without meaning. Tell me, what do you want?
Mummy needs help.
What?
I don't know, but she's into the offering.
Okay, you go and do that. I have to take the class.
Okay.
Close the door. Okay, thank you. So, Samshati, the influence of material existence, assure that man, Prati Shankrameta, can overcome Vyartha Api without meaning. Dukkhavaha Nivaham, multiple miseries, and Vahati bringing. Kriya Artha means for fruitive activities. Now, why you may be knowing, I don't know how many speakers read synonyms, but I do that because until unless you don't read the word meanings, you really, miss out a lot of things. Translation, O my Lord, the material miseries are without factual existence for the soul. Yet, as long as the conditioned soul sees the body as meant for sense enjoyment, he cannot get out of the entangled of material miseries, being influenced by your external energy. Purport by His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. The whole trouble of the living entity in material existence is that he has an independent conception of life. He's always dependent on the rules of the Supreme Lord in both conditioned and liberated states. But by the influence of the external energy, the conditioned soul thinks himself independent of the supremacy of the personality of Godhead. And his constitutional position is to dovetail himself with the desire of the Supreme Will. But as long as he does not do so, he is sure to drag on the shackles of material nature. As stated in Bhagavad Gita, Prajahati yada kaman sarvan pratha manogatan. Partha manogatan. He has to give up all sorts of plans manufactured by material concatenation, and the living entity has to dovetail himself with supreme will. That will help him to get out of entanglement of material existence. Om Agyantimrantasya Gyanajana Shalakaya Chakshunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurve Namah Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yen Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadam Mayam Dadati Sa Padantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Udapadakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavam Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Ragutatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sayatam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lita Shri Vitam Shri Vishakha Shri Vishakhana Vitam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandho Jatpate Gopesa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namaste Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Krishna Bhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakaltarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavabhyo Namo Namo Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Advaita Sudramai, Jai Shri Prabhupada, Jai Premanande. Mukam karoti vacha bhangam langayate girim yat kripatamam vande Shri Guru Dinakarinam. Saver Manah Krishna Padara Vindayo Saver Manah Krishna Padara Srimati Radharani ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. So, today is a very wonderful, auspicious day of Dashera, and we call it as the victory of good over evil. Today is Vijayadashmi, right? If I'm not wrong, because all the holidays are coming. Can somebody confirm me? It's Vijayadashmi, it's the Dashera day, right? I think.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes. So why I'm confirming, I knew it. I'm confirming because sometimes our office, gives us holiday on the next day, or like that. So just wanted to know if everybody's celebrating on the same day. And sometimes in North India, some festivals happen on some day, like Ekadashi for the Vaishnava calendars is always one day after the Ekadashi. Normally the North Indians follow, and I'm from North India, so always that's ambiguity always. But we follow ISKCON GBC given calendar, So our things are simple. So here, if you know that the conversation is going on and in Bhagavatam, and we are discussing about the material bondage, the shackles, and the soul's path treading in this material world. And they said that each soul is getting this material body because of the three modes of material nature, which is in which it leaves the body, and according to his karma, and according to his knowledge required, and according to his seriousness towards the knowledge of the Supreme, he is awarded another body. And if there is a little bit of desire left, then as per whatever the desire he has, of course, that desire, sublime reason of any desire is always, in the end, enjoyment. And so if you have not perfected the art, if we have not perfected the art of Krishna consciousness, and the art of Krishna consciousness is to know Krishna. But simply knowing Krishna is one thing, and after knowing Krishna, we change our behavior is another thing. And after changing behavior, that we know Krishna is there, so we try to adjust ourselves in the material energy in such a way that we, instead of living a mental cognited life where we have so many plans manufactured that my age is X, and after so many years I will do this, after X number of years I'll do this, and then I'll grow old, then I'll have a couple of properties, I'll sell them, put some money, and then I will go to some temple, do some charity, hear some Bhagavat, and live a peaceful life. So that's nowhere wrong. Krishna never says you don't plan your life. I have never read any shloka where Krishna says, tum plan mat karo. You don't plan out things. So planning is, as you get the mind, you get the planning. But at the same time, they say, prajahati yada kamam sarvan partho manogatam. So, but we generally, when we plan, our little minds can think about what can be the outcome. But in material world, there is no guarantee what's going to happen tomorrow, because nobody knows future. And the reason behind we don't know our future is we don't know what will be the resultant of our action. An action done by us, no matter how good it is for any other person, he may or may not take it in that particular way, or you expected some result of that action. You said something to somebody in a very, very beneficiary way for him, but he took it in another way and he started cursing you. Ye kaise bol raha hai? How is he saying this? And then you had a wonderful relationship with that individual, or with that set of community, or with that set of organization, and then you leave that organization and go to some other city or some other people, and like this, a lot of changes happen in this material world. So we try to act to those plans what our small mind makes. But generally, all those sorts of plans, Bhagavat says, we have to give up. And why we have to give up is not that we have to give up those plans. We have to give up the results of those plans. Suppose you thought that you want to teach your son in a school, to give him some education, and another devotee came and told you, you teach him in Gurukula of some where Vedic scriptures are there, and you took a different decision. See, so many people, not every devotees who are practicing, their children are studying in Gurukula. There is one Gurukula available in ISKCON also. So you have an option. So you submit your child over there, but there is no guarantee, because it has happened, and I have known by experience of some of the parents that they send their children to Gurukula in Vrindavan, and the child didn't become a devotee. And I know them personally now also. At the same time, I know some people who send them to some normal school in front of their eyes, and he has simply picked up Krishna consciousness. Now, you can always say that, Krishna, I took a decision based on devotees' advice, so why did the result be different? Nobody can give answer to this, because that's future. You did a good thing by sending the child over there, but he also had his own prarabdha. He came with some certain set of actions in life. He had some certain set of desires. Because you became a devotee, so you started making your son or a child a devotee. But I know so many people, they have not succeeded in doing that. And there's no guarantee that I will succeed. So you are planning something, even for the cause of Krishna consciousness, but you may not succeed. So he has to give up all sorts of plans manufactured by mental cognition. Now here you have to evaluate that you were doing this action not on mental cognition. Even that advice from a devotee was correct. So what to talk about those decisions in life and plans in life which were not based on somebody's spiritual advice, and you took a decision based on some points, and then you thought that it will result, it didn't. So it is actually, there is no confirmation that you read Bhagavad Gita and continue reading Bhagavatam and definitely will get delivered. No. So the transformation in the heart is necessary. Transformation in our behavior is necessary. And we continue following the principles laid down by the Shastras, and you continue associating with the devotees without worrying about the result. Certainly those actions are not mentally cognated. They are not, sorry, I'm there, don't worry. So, in that case, we have to continue in the association of devotees and can continue seeking advice and continue reading Bhagavad Gita without any desire to see the result according to our wish. And this happens even in spiritual efforts, even in material efforts. You would like to do some service in the temple, but the management didn't give you that service. That means you will run away. It has happened so many times with me and with anybody. You expect some service, you don't get that. You may be very good in that, but you didn't get that. That means you will run away from the temple environment or run away from office. Even so, the question is, your mental cognition is to control the situation. So the planning is not bad. We try to mentally govern by our own convenience. Those plans are wrong. So I think very deeply. When there is no guarantee of the spiritual efforts and there is no guarantee of the material efforts in material world, but the benefit of the spiritual activities certainly will come, although the result may not come as per your expectation. But certainly, Lord is so merciful that if you do some plans to protect your spiritual life, definitely it will fruit and give you result. Certainly, surely little delayed, but will come. But certainly, your actions and plans on the material platform will 100% be defeated. Because even if it becomes succeeded, the result of the plans which are material based are limited to material plane. They cannot surpass to spiritual. However, properties we buy And however money we have, there is no guarantee that you will be able to utilize that money when some mishap happens. There is no guarantee. There are so many thousands of very, very rich people. There was one very rich person, you may be knowing, he died in a car accident. He had $2.1 billion in his account, net worth. Now, $2.1 billion net worth is a very, very huge money, Prabhuji Mataji. He had so much of money. He had servants. He could have buy anything in India he wanted to. He had a mansion, everything in his hand, and he was young. He's not even like very old. He was hardly in his mid 40s to 50s, around mid 50s. No age, nothing. Life starts when you realize things. So what happened? He died in an accident. Somebody else was driving. He was sitting behind. You know him, right? And he died. Now, he was a nice person. I'm not saying that he was a bad person. But what happened? Did his money come to his rescue? No. All his planning of earning money, did it come for his rescue at his end moment? No. And that's why it says, Prajahati yada kamam sarvan partho mano. So first we should plan out, along with earning money, along with other things, that suppose something happens, how do we counterattack that? And I may lose my body. So act on spiritual goals. That planning is not as per mental cognition. Because when you were born, your mind didn't start telling you start worshipping God. Somebody told you. Because of the energy of the Lord, we are made to forget. And somebody as a Path Pradarshak comes to you and shows you the Lord. Your parents shows you that ye Bhagwan hai, inhe Krishna kehte hain, inhe Lord Shiva kehte hain, inhe Ganpati kehte hain. Like somebody teaches you, even the basics. Okay, haath jodo. When we were so young, we are even made to realize that we have to fold hands in front of the Lord. So what is all this being done? These are the plans of the Lord to give you birth in a family which gave you these principles of worshipping. And then you understand what is worship. And then you go and mature, and then you don't ask in return of that worship. And then you go more deeper, and then you start asking to protect Krishna, because then you realize nobody else is there other than Krishna. And then this game keeps happening. Sometimes you ask Krishna and then you feel embarrassed. Why did I ask you? But then you realize, whom else shall I ask? So then you become realized. And then whatever you have asked for Krishna, utilize in it for his service. And that way you slowly graduate into Yukta Vairagya stage, where you are engaged, yet you are disengaged. You are engaged to do the service, but you know you are just doing as an instrument. So like this shloka is very important. And so because of this, we think for a time being, we are independent of Supreme Personality of Godhead. But what to talk about, the Lord's energy is such a way created in this world that you are the servant. We are the servants of this body. That body is given by our parents. The parents' body was given by their parents. So everybody is given a set of body. They want to live longer, but they cannot. And slowly they realize this. And at certain point of time, they start acting for their benefit. And they realize that this body can be taken away any moment. So we don't even know when are we going to pass away from this life. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. So our independentness is very little, and our dependent on the future, and future is in the hand of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So we think we are creating our future, but actually we are not. You may act to save yourself in a certain condition, but if you really deeply see that you are taken care by the Lord, even when you didn't know who the Lord is. So he is feeding everybody with the help of this nature, Prakriti, and he is the Maya Adhyaksha Prakriti. He is the Adhyaksha of this Prakriti, Tuyate Sa Characharam, and he is running this very close to his heart. So dependent on Krishna will automatically come knowingly that we are completely independent we are completely dependent on the Supreme Personality, and that realization only, that dependence on the Supreme Personality of Godhead is the real independence. So these are the certain points we have to realize, that the dependence on Krishna after we do our effort and we don't worry about the result, that dependence on Krishna for the result and we do our action and we associate with devotees, that sort of action is actually completely independent within the desire of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That's how one has to act. Suppose I am following certain principles. I don't drink tea and coffee. I don't take, I don't indulge into gambling, or I don't indulge into illicit sex, or I don't indulge into cheating and robbery. That means I'm taking the course of life which is as per Shastra, and instead of doing all these nonsensical things or vices of life, I am taking to good things. And when I take to these good things, that means I am independent to do these good things. You don't have to ask Krishna, shall I help people? You are independent. You don't have to ask Krishna, shall I do good to others? No. Shall I use the instrument of truth in life? No. Shall I chant your name? You don't have to ask Krishna. You have to read Bhagavatam. You don't have to ask Krishna, shall I read Bhagavatam? No. You thank Krishna that you gave me intelligence, that you thank him that I will, but you don't have to ask like a small child to a Papa, Papa, main aisa karu. Nahi, Krishna doesn't know. He knows. If you know the answer, go ahead and start doing. Shall I, Krishna, take 2 classes only? No, you take 100 classes as long as you are hearing and assimilating things. So independentness is there, and very much independentness is there if you do all the things as per the Shastras, Sadhu and Sangha, Sadhu, Sangha, Shastra, and principles laid by Krishna. You are completely independent. If you want to build a small temple and start worshipping Krishna, you might have to take permission from the government. But if you take, then nobody will stop you, as long as you do good in that temple. If you try to swindle money from the temple of the Krishna, then that's wrong. So like this, we will try to now move on to the next sloka. I can't mute because it's not there in attend. You ask him to do that. Okay. He will do it. Okay, now we can have other devotees who can read this shloka 10 and 11. Let's have quickly, and then we'll you utilize this time to. Mataji, can you give this access to ask somebody to read the shloka?
Yes, Prabhuji, sure, Prabhuji. Anyone wants to read? I can't see any hands up. Yes? Yes, Mataji, please read.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Ahani apratatta karanaanshi shayana nana manorata diya kshanabhagna nidra daivahatartha rachana rashayopi deva yusmat prasange vimuka iha samsaranti. Hare Krishna.
Hindu Mataji, you can read the translation.
Yes, Mataji. Pranam Prabhuji. Translation by Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Such non-devotees engage their senses in very troublesome and extensive work, and they suffer insomnia at night because their intelligence constantly breaks their sleep with various mental speculations. They are frustrated in all their various plans by supernatural power. Even great sages, if they are against your transcendental topics, must rotate in this material world. They continue purport.
Divya Desai Mataji can read the purport.
Okay, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai. As described in the previous verse, people who have no taste for the devotional service of the Lord are occupied in material engagements. Most of them engage during the daytime in hard physical labor. Their senses are engaged very extensively in troublesome duties in the gigantic plants of heavy industrial enterprises. The owners of such factories are engaged in finding a market for the industrial products, and the laborers are engaged in extensive production involving huge mechanical arrangements. Factory is another name for hell. Or at night, hellishly engaged persons take advantage of wine and women to satisfy their tired senses, but they are not even able to have sound sleep because their various mental speculative plans constantly interrupt their sleep. Because they suffer from insomnia, sometimes they feel sleepy in the morning for lack of sufficient rest. By the arrangement of supernatural power, even the great scientists and thinkers of the world suffer frustration of their various plans and thus wrought in the material world birth after birth. A great scientist may make discoveries in atomic energy for the quick destruction of the world and may be awarded the best prize in recognition of his service or this service, but he has to undergo the reactions of his work by rotating in the cycle of repeated births and deaths under the superhuman law of material nature. All these people are who are against the principle of devotional service are destined to rotate in the material world without fail. Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranams. Shall I continue, Mataji?
Yes, Mataji, it's not over, no? Yeah, otherwise I'll ask somebody else to read, Mataji.
Okay, Mataji.
Okay, Mataji. Anita Mataji, do you want to read? Radhika Mataji?
Hare Krishna Mataji, can I do the shloka?
Shall I continue,
Okay,
Mataji?
Yes, Mataji, please continue.
This verse particularly mentions just who are averse to the principles of devotional service to the Lord are also condemned to undergo the terms of material existence. Not only in this age, but formerly also, there were many sages who tried to invent their own systems of religion without reference to devotional service to the Supreme Lord, but there cannot be any religious principle without devotional service to the Lord. The Supreme Lord is the leader of the entire range of living entities, and no one can be equal or greater than him. Even the personality of Godhead, therefore, even the personality of Godhead, therefore, there cannot be any religion or system of genuine philosophy for the advancement of the living entities without the principle of devotional service. The impersonalists who take much trouble in penance and austerities for self-liberation may approach the impersonal Brahma Jyoti, but ultimately, because of not being situated in devotional service, they glide down against to the material world to undergo another term of material existence. This is confirmed as
as follows.
Yes, as follows. Ye Ravindraksha Vimukha Mani Nas Swaya Asta Bhavad Avishuddha Buddhaya Ahurya Krachrena Param Padam Tatah Patanti Adho Nadratya Yusmad Angrahayah.
Thank you,
Persons
Mataji.
who are
Anita
falsely under
Mataji?
the impression.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Anita Mataji, you can continue.
Persons who are falsely under the impression of being liberated without devotional service to the Lord may reach the goal of the Brahma Jyoti, but because of their impure consciousness and for want of shelter in the Vaikuntha lokas, such so-called liberated persons again fall down into material existence. Bhagavatam 10:32. Therefore, no one can manufacture any system of religion without the principle of devotional service to the Lord. As we find in the 6th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, the initiator of religious principles is the Lord Himself. In Bhagavad Gita, also, we find that the Lord condemns all forms of religion other than that which entails the process of surrendering unto the Supreme. Any system which leads one to the devotional service of the Lord and nothing else is actually religion or philosophy.
In the 6th canto, we find the following statements of Yamaraj, the controller of all unfaithful living entities. Dharmam tu sakshat bhagavat pranitam na vei vidur rishyo napi devaha na siddha mukhya sura manushyaha kuto no vidyadara charanadhayaha स्वयंभूर्नारदः शम्भुः कुमार कपिलो मनुः प्रह्लादो जनको भीष्मो बलिर्वैयासकीर्वयं द्वादशैते विजानीमो धर्मं भागवतं भटाः गुह्यं विशुद्धं दुर्बोधं यं ज्ञात्वामृतम् अश्नुते. The principles of religion are initiated by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and no one else, including the sages and demigods, can manufacture any such principles. Since even great sages and demigods are unauthorized to inaugurate such principles of religion, what to speak of others, the so-called mystics, demons, human beings, Vidyadharas, and Charanas living in the lower planets. 12 personalities, Brahma, Narada, Lord Shiva, Kumara, Kapila, Manu, Prahlad Maharaj, Janaka Maharaj, Bhishma, Bali, Shukadeva Goswami, and Yamaraj are agents of the Lord authorized to speak and propagate the principles of religion. Bhagavatam 6.3, 19 to 21.
Thank you, Mataji.
Okay, Mataji.
The next para can be read by Rasa Rangjini Radhika Devi Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Isho Upanishad, right? Where do I start, Mataji? From there, right? The principle of religion.
Yes, Mataji. Yes, Mataji.
The principle of religion are not open to any ordinary living entity. They are just to bring the human being onto the platform of morality. Non-violence, etc., are necessary for misguided persons, because unless one is moral and non-violent, one cannot understand the principle of religion. To understand what is actually religion is very difficult, even if one is situated in the principle of morality and non-violence. It is very confidential, because as soon as one is conversant with the real principle of religion, he is at once liberated to the eternal life of bliss and knowledge. Therefore, one who is not situated in the principle of devotional service of the Lord should not pose himself as a religious leader of the innocent public. The Isho Upanishad emphatically forbids the nonsense in the following mantra. Mantra Isho Upanishad 12. Andam tamaha pravishyanti ye sambhutim upasate tato bhuyaiva te tamo yayu sambhutyam rataha. A person in ignorance of the principle of religion, who therefore does nothing in the matter of religion, is far better than a person who misguides others in the name of religion without reference to the factual religious principles of devotional service. Such a so-called leader of religion are sure to be condemned by Brahma and other great authorities. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Anita Mataji, you can continue.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Should I read?
Yes, Mataji. Yes, Mataji.
Tvam bhakti yoga paribhavita hritsaroja ase shrutekshita pato nanunata pumsam yadyatiyata urugaya vibhavayanti tat tat vapuho pranayase sadanugrahaya. Synonyms, should I?
Prabhuji, do we read the synonyms, Prabhuji?
No, synonyms we can leave for the next time. Homework.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Quickly read translation per part, and then we can
okay,
have
Prabhuji.
a small explanation, and we'll conclude.
Okay, Prabhuji.
So you
Mataji,
must be realizing that.
Translation?
See, what is the advantage of reading Bhagavatam is when you read from the beginning. Now all the shlokas are self-evident, except some points what come we will discuss. Otherwise, everything is it's repeating if you notice. So it's very good. All right, so let's go ahead. Translation. And any
translation by Srila Prabhupada.
Prabhuji is there, or
I'll check, Prabhuji. Yeah, I'll check, Prabhuji. Subbarao Prabhuji, do you want to read? Subbarao Prabhuji, are you there?
Or Mataji, you read, no problem. Maybe
yes,
today
Prabhuji, I'll read it.
You read and finish
Yes,
it.
Prabhuji.
Can
Okay,
I read, Prabhuji? Can I read, Prabhuji?
Yes, please read, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
So,
Translation by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki. Oh my Lord, your devotees can see you through the ears by process of bona fide hearing, and thus their hearts become cleansed, and you take your seat there. You are so merciful to your devotees that you manifest yourself in the particular eternal form of transcendence in which they always think of you. Can I read the purport also, Prabhuji?
I think let's give chance to others also. Mataji, the coordinator Mataji has not read, so let's give her the chance. She was actually going and reading.
okay, Prabhuji, I'll read. Hare Krishna. The statement here that the Lord manifests himself before the devotee in the form in which the devotee likes to worship him indicates that the Lord becomes subordinate to the desire of the devotee. So much so that he manifests his particular form as the devotee demands. This demand of the devotee is satisfied by the Lord because he is pliable in terms of the transcendental loving service of the devotee. This is also confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 4.11. Ye yadamam prapadyante tam stataiva bhajamyaham. We should note, however, that the Lord is never the order supplier of the devotee. Here in this verse, it is particularly mentioned, Tvam Bhakti Yoga Paribhavita. This indicates the efficiency achieved through execution of mature devotional service or prema, love of Godhead. This state of prema is achieved by the gradual process of development from faith to love. On faith, one associates with bona fide devotees, and by such association, one can become engaged in bona fide devotional service, which includes proper initiation and the execution of the primary devotional duties prescribed in the revealed scriptures. This is clearly indicated herein by the word Shrutekshita. The Shrutekshita path is to hear from bona fide devotees who are conversant with Vedic wisdom, free from mundane sentiment. By this bona fide hearing process, the neophyte devotee becomes cleansed of all material rubbish, and thus he becomes attached to one of the many transcendental forms of the Lord as described in the Vedas. This attachment of the devotees to a particular form of the Lord is due to natural inclination. Each and every living entity is originally attached to a particular type of transcendental service because he is eternally the servitor of the Lord. Lord Chaitanya says that the living entity is eternally a servitor of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. Therefore, every living entity has a particular type of service relationship with the Lord eternally. This particular attachment is invoked by practice of regulative devotional service to the Lord, and thus the devotee becomes attached to the eternal form of the Lord, exactly like one he is already eternally attached. This attachment for a particular form of the Lord is called Swarupa Siddhi. The Lord sits on the lotus heart of the devotee in the eternal form the pure devotee desires, and thus the Lord does not part from the devotee as confirmed in the previous verse. The Lord, however, does not disclose himself to a casual or unauthentic worshipper to be exploited. This is confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 7.25. Naham prakasha sarvasya yogamaya samavritah. Rather, by yogamaya, the Lord remains concealed to the non-devotees or casual devotees who are serving their sense gratification. The Lord is never visible to the pseudo-devotees who worship the demigods in charge of universal affairs. The conclusion is that the Lord cannot become the order supplier of a pseudo-devotee, but he is always prepared to respond to the desire of a pure, unconditional devotee, he who is free from all tinges of material infection. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Dandavat pranams.
Very nice. So, a few things, explanation, and we can end the session here. I know last time I took a lot of time. Today I decided to do it quickly. So, Shrutekshita is basically Lord's another. Lord is also can be seen by the process of hearing. You can see the Lord. So that's why he's also known as Shrutekshita. This is a very important word because hearing starts before even seeing. And seeing can be deceptive, but hearing invokes the mind and heart together, and then you really can meditate on what you are actually hearing. But seeing can be sometimes, you may see a serpent as a rope and a rope as a serpent. But if you hear the sound from the rope, the snake serpent hissing, then you certainly know. So audio and sound visual together makes a lot of sense. But hearing in the spiritual process is very important. And this whole art of understanding this, is to achieve that position in the spiritual world where we are engaged with the Lord in a particular relationship. This art to understand it is Swarupa Siddhi, means your original way how you are connected to the Lord in the spiritual world. When you come in the material world, that Naha Prakasha Sarvasya. Yeah. So the Lord will be engulfed in the material energy and we'll not be able to see the Lord clearly. So somebody has to teach us. So our Guru comes with Tatvidi Pranipate, Pariprashnen. So we have to question again to our Guru, Upadeshang Tite Jnanam, and he gives us Updesh, Jnanina Tattva Darshana, because he has seen the truth. So same thing he accepts from his spiritual master. So this is Parampara. And in Parampara, we are protected. So like this fundamental approach towards Krishna consciousness, where we exhibit devotional service, this entire process is to attain Swarup, is known as Swarupa Siddhi. Siddhi means art of perfection, right? Like that, Swarup means the original, the art to get back the original place where we were in the spiritual world. So it's like a dream, it's like a sleep. When you wake up in the spiritual world, you'll feel you were in a dream. Although factually we are here in this material world. But when we go back to the spiritual world, we will feel as if we came out of a dream, which is true. Because Bhagavad Gita says the soul is involved in this world only for feeling, willing, and thinking. Feeling, willing, and thinking. Rest, even the soul has never touched the body. That's why I always say, have I ever touched my own body? I have just felt my body. Because there is a subtle body between the soul and the body. So the soul actually never touches the matter. It is entire matter. It is completely different altogether. So with this, I would like to end here today. If anybody has any questions, this is very simple. Please read it again and again. I started a little late, but I don't want to, end up late. When I started late, we need to still finish on time. So if anybody has any question, otherwise we are done for today's. And please go and read the last purport. It's very nice. Om Tat Sat. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for yet another wonderful class. If we have any questions, devotees, please raise your hand or we can end the session with Vaishnav Pranam. Any questions, devotees?
I think today everybody is busy with Vijayadashmi, so everybody wants to go and
yes,
cleaning
Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyevacha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namah Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrindi ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.
Go Premanand.
Prabhuji, one question I want to ask, if you can. You said that the soul does not touch the body. How is it? Soul is in the body, it doesn't touch the body.
Yes. Oh, you didn't know this? So soul and the material body, there is a subtle body. Okay? And it doesn't let the soul touch the matter anytime. That's how you have to understand it. There's a subtle body inside our Sukshma Sharir, yes, which prevents the soul to touch the matter. Matter is matter
that
is
means the soul is in. That means the soul is in the subtle body. That's what you mean?
No, soul is not in the subtle body. Soul is self-existing. Soul travels when it enters into the material world according to its desire. There is a subtle body which is given to surround it, and this subtle body remains in the material world. It accompanies the soul. Suppose if this is a Viraja river, and so the soul drops through the Viraja river, is given a particular type of subtle body so that the matter doesn't touch it. Matter can never touch the soul. And then the subtle body moves in different bodies along with that. And then you are given as per your desires, janma, different bodies. And when different bodies you get, because of your desire, the subtle body prevents you, the soul, to touch the matter. So suppose, for example, I say, you see that one hand is touching the another hand, but actually I am driving, because my soul is, the power is coming from the soul. It is giving me strength to strike it. The strength to strike it. But to get this strength also, I'm eating food and water and keeping my body healthy. Then I am able to. But when I am doing, my soul is residing in the heart. It is driving the entire body. And the subtle body receives the intention from the soul, and the subtle body is helping me move this body. The moment this body becomes old, I leave this body, and the subtle body, with the help of mind, antakale cha mame swaran muktva kalevaram. So because of the mind, whatever you think, I want to become tiger, I want to become tiger, I want to become tiger, you continue to say. There are people who are human beings, they want to dress up like a tiger. So the mind takes them in the body of a tiger, but the subtle body goes along with the mind. And this is how you janmo, and then you start worshipping God. And then so the subtle body continues to prevent you touching any material body of a tiger or an elephant. And in the last birth as a human being, you atato brahma jigyasa, now that I am born as a human body, I should utilize this. But nowhere you are touching the body.
Oh, that's so interesting. That's
So
so interesting, Prabhuji. Yeah, I didn't know.
Because that's why, because soul is so young. Now yuvanam cha vedeshu durlabham adurlabham atma bhakto govindam adi purusham tamamami. He is eternally sweet 16, just about to come. So he has created his souls also like him only, beautiful as the Lord.
So the soul is pure actually.
Soul is never contaminated. Yes, it's like moonlight falling on the sun, falling on the water, and you put a stone, the water vibrates. You see on the water, you feel moon is also vibrating, but is it really vibrating?
Yes.
It's not vibrating. So this is this is
Understood, Prabhuji.
Unique example. So soul can only feel, will, and think. इस दुनिया में सोल का कोई काम ही नहीं है। हम सोल कभी मैटर, हमने अपने खुद के शरीर को ही कभी टच नहीं किया। हम सिर्फ महसूस कर रहे हैं, विल कर रहे हैं, थिंक कर रहे हैं। हम सोच सकते हैं माइंड का यूज करके, और ये माइंड भी यहीं रह जाता है सटल बॉडी के साथ। सिर्फ आत्मा जो है, सेल्फ सस्टेनिंग आत्मा, एंटर्स इनटू द प्योर वर्ल्ड। आत्मा सच्चिद विग्रह, सच्चिद आनंद विग्रह है, वो भगवान का पार्ट एंड पार्सल। वो कभी, हम एक्चुअली में पूर्ण रूप से हम गलत कहीं नहीं है माता जी, प्रभु जी। लेकिन क्योंकि हम अभी बॉडी में बंधे हैं, तो हमें बॉडी के डिसिप्लिन करने हैं। सुबह सुबह उठो, क्लीनिंग करो, वी वेक अप अर्ली इन द मॉर्निंग जस्ट टू कीप आवर बॉडी प्योर। दैट इज द होल रीजन ऑफ व्हाई कृष्ण कॉन्शियसनेस इज keeping your body pure, city of 9 gates to pure, and then you make your body pure, then the soul starts feeling the body as it is Vaikuntha. But if you drink and you feel I am in Vaikuntha, then it's all Kunta, no Vai. It's all Vai, no Kunta. Yes, I was telling, somebody was talking, yeah, I know Ganpati. Ganpati is this, and he was telling me so much, and he was trying to buy Ganpati, and then he said, yeah, and then he took the cigarette out and said, so there are so many people who drink and explain about God. That's all superficial. Yeah. So you are purifying your body so that soul starts feeling the body as Vaikuntha itself. Isn't it?
Yes, Prabhu.
Have you understood?
Thank you so much. Thank you for the lovely explanation, Prabhuji.
Thank you to Krishna and my Guru Maharaj.
Definitely,
okay.
Prabhuji.
Hare
Krishna. Then pranam, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Does anybody have any other doubts? Sharmila Mataji?
Mataji, your section get delayed here. Last time I was not, feeling nice that, you go ahead with the section. If anybody has question, you can send me on the WhatsApp. I will answer.
Sure, Prabhuji. Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Dandavat pranams. Hare Krishna.
You can close.
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you very much. Thank you, devotees. I'm ending the session. See you all tomorrow again.